But before we get into this video, I actually do want to share kind of a personal story because I do feel that this video here, it kind of relates. I guess just kind of the person that Boogie is. It kind of relates to somebody that I knew in my real life who I no longer talk to. I had to cut ties with this person, but I knew somebody in my real life, okay, who I was friends with throughout high school. You know, I had a lot of good experience with this guy, a lot of good memories. You know, he was a close friend for a long time. Might have been one of my closest friends at some points, you know, who also had trauma when they were young, you know, like Boogie does, or well, claims to. I think at least I would buy that Boogie's... I buy most of the shit that he says regarding his childhood, that like he was abused and stuff, which I mean is definitely no laughing matter, but you know, I have a friend growing up who had trauma of his own, and every time he fuck up and do stupid shit or just do things that were clearly wrong that he shouldn't be doing, that he had no business doing, we always would give him a pass because of his past. Well, you know, we don't know what it's like for him, and you know, we should forgive him for this, forgive him for that. You know, they'd ask him to like mow the lawn one day, dust another day. He wouldn't even be employed. He couldn't even do that. Like, he just was wallowing in his self-misery and his trauma. And again, we just go through life. We'd always give this guy a pass. I mean, we always kind of like knew this stuff was going on, but we just figured we kind of gave it a pass or overlooked it because, you know, well, this is our buddy, you know, he had it hard. And it just ended up getting worse and worse. I mean, yeah, he'd be getting high at these family members / friends' houses without permission. I mean, one of the big breaking points for me was when he was living with his girlfriend he had since high school. He was living at her mom's house. I mean, granted, his, you know, girlfriend was living there too, so it was totally fine. Well, his girlfriend was going to school, right? So that's totally fine. But then you have him living there, not employed, not working, just sitting around all day while his mom's at work, while his girlfriend's at school, just festering, like, you know, smoking weed without their permission, when, like, I'm pretty sure one of their next door neighbors was like a judge too, no less, or like was some kind of lawyer. He was doing that kind of shit and just playing video games all day long. Like, playing video games all day long and about the video games, just how much he hated them. Like playing Batman, you know, just playing Batman or playing Alan Wake and just bitching about Alan Wake. Well, then why the fuck are you playing it if it makes you that miserable, kind of thing? Looking back, I just don't know how I didn't see this situation for what it was, just knowing this person, being attached to them, you know, enabling them, and just listening to them gaslight you and emotionally bait you and tell you how hard they have it and this and that. Like, at what point do you put down the hammer and call this person out for what they are and say, like, you can't let this trauma control your life? It's not helping you. It's not making your life any better having other people enable you to do this.
What's down, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? This is Poopy 6982 here, coming at you live once again with the power of... That's right. And I did a little bit editing power because I am not that lazy. And the power of the money I lost too. So, I know the first things trolls are going to know about is my weight loss update. This year, my goal is not to lose weight. But, as I said a billion times, my goal is to make money. But like I said a billion times before, my goal is to make money. It's all about the attention. It always have been. It is about the views, and these days, it is especially about the money. And let me explain why. I basically took every dime I have in liquid fund and invested in the huge gamble. And I promise you, a long time ago, I would have taken all of that money that I was making, and I was killing it from back then. Like around $125,000 per upload, and it was like set aside for the longest time until I gambled it on crypto. And guess what? It quadrupled! I'm rich! Really, really rich! First off, let me tell you that I am a financial advisor. I recommend what I did is what you will do too. I invested pretty much everything I have into cryptocurrency, and I quadruple that money. And that is an understatement. So, yes, this is me bragging. Yes, I am going to flex my wealth, and I have enough money to tell you that maybe for an entirely 5 to maybe 10 years, I do not have to work. So, yeah, I don't have to make videos. Like, mandatory. I can just do it voluntarily. Let's cut off on the spending money responsibility. How did I spend $380 on Nintendo eShop and spend $1,200 on my debit card? Well, I tried this sugar daddy lifestyle. It is still cheaper than being married, and it's still about the money. I mean, it's always been about the money. For example, Tony Bad Guy, Nintendo, Burhouse, and Money Incorporated, they will drain you your dime. And because you lazy, lifeless bum living homelessly at Nintendo World like angels living in heaven will spend all your hard-earned cash to them. Same with you guys with me. You guys will drain all your money so I could live a comfortable life while you live in the street. That sucks. That really, really suck. I mean, like, give me all your money suck. And what I lose? Nothing! What do you lose? Everything! Tell me what you want. I could make you clips of videos. Videos that if I get 100 membership, I'll make exclusive videos. Yeah, it's the other way around. Like, I'm supposed to first make exclusive videos, so there's a reason for you suckers to buy membership. But I don't know why you guys literally will give me 100 membership so I can make exclusive video. Oh. And you know what they always tell me? Get a real job, you unlazy bum. Well, what I could do, really, if I'm not going to make videos, is going back on making shirts. And going back to therapy. You're going to ask, going back to therapy, making money? Of course! Because I'm mentally ill, and the government will pay me money for me being sick! I was not prepared for the responsibility and the response that I have from the last video. So yeah. Best to be prepared yourself because I am so lazy. So buckle in. I hate to interact with criticism. I hate criticism. But still, I need to say something. If you're all interested in this, so remember, feel pressure to subscribe, donate, and buy me Nintendo games. Let me say, I am humble, very, very humble. Actually, no, I'm lying. I am unhumble. Very, very unhumble. Because what you guys are doing to me, oh no. I don't have enough to cover my legal fees, the money I spent on therapy, my divorce saga, the money that I own to the moderator. Yeah, the moderator. The money that I own to my roommate, which I'm always laughing him out when I made that controversial documentary. And yeah, and what did this total down to? Yeah, like $1 million. So yeah, the only thing that I'm going to talk about is that the crypto market, I mean stock market. What I expect is that it goes up and I'll be rich again and I'll make that same mistake of not cashing it out. Even so, some ordinary video game player loser will call me out and say, "Hey, look, I don't think you ever let the money sit there. I bet you cashed it out." And I'll be like, "Oh, red-handed. No, nah. That would never happen." Well, I'm still blown away from all that money, and let me tell you, screw you, and screw a billion time you. Ah! This is the therapy video. And let me tell you, I'll be your therapist. And you know what you need to do? Feel pressure to hit that membership down below. Feel pressure to subscribe. Feel pressure to make a donation or interact with my not so sponsorships. Feel pressure to interact with someone else's sponsors. Feel pressure to buy a t-shirt. Feel pressure to buy me Nintendo games.